The South American country Uruguay has had one of the most successful transitions to green energy of any in the world. 98% of the country's energy now comes from renewables, cutting power costs in half and protecting Uruguay from swings in commodity prices. Overall, the transition to renewable energy has created 50,000 jobs. It's about 3% of the entire workforce there. It's also driven the build-out of extensive energy infrastructure, bringing electricity to almost all Uruguayan households. Ramón Méndez Galain is a theoretical physicist and former energy secretary of Uruguay. He spearheaded the country's push into renewable energy, and he joins us now from the capital, Montevideo. It's great to have you on Global Business Europe. So does this latest energy shock make energy security the defining issue now, do you think?
Well, this is perhaps the most interesting point of my country, what happened in my country. You know, today in Uruguay, as almost all the electricity is produced using just local, free energy like sun, wind, water, biomass waste. So we absolutely have no impact at all of what is happening, not only this war, but in general, all kinds of geopolitical effects. So we have a stable price of electricity, we have no affordability, no security of supply, and this is perhaps one of the most interesting lessons learned for Global South country, that when we can go to renewables today, this is possible. This is not only less costly, but what is almost more important is you have a tremendous stability for the whole economy, as you are not dependent on geopolitical events all over the world.
Okay, so the world is watching Uruguay very closely, but do you think what we're seeing is a lasting shift to renewables or just another reaction to crisis?
No. I think we're in the middle of a process. And today there are still a lot of voices saying that it's not possible to go to renewables, that you cannot avoid fossil fuels use, but the reality is becoming more and more clear. It's not just about narratives or discourses or whatever we can claim all over the world. It's just reality. And reality is, yes, today renewables are not only the best option, not only are the best the cheaper option, but it also is possible. I mean, you also hear that it was not possible to manage the variability of wind and solar. In fact, yes, we can, and Uruguay is the example of that. And it was not a simple business, but it was not rocket science. Yeah. Human engineering has succeeded to put a man in the moon 50 years ago, not just 1 week ago, but 50 years ago. So yes, it's possible using human engineering to deal with intermittency and to solve this problem.
But you said yourself it's not a simple process. I mean, you led Uruguay's rapid transitions. What was it that made it possible to move so fast?
Well, there was a couple of key ingredients. Perhaps the first one is that to really understood, the whole political system understood that the transition was just the best for our own interest. Because once again, we are decreasing costs, we are becoming more independent, we are assuring energy supply for the whole population, we are creating jobs, so it was the best for us, beyond just climate change. So we had a tremendous agreement between all political parties represented in the parliament. So it was a continuation of this policy during many governments. In my case, for example, I've been Secretary of Energy of 2 consecutive presidents that maintained the office, trying to go beyond just one single administration. We are lacking on that. And this is something which is crucial. We have to understand that renewables today are the best option, and there shouldn't be political discussion on that. It's just thinking about what facts are. And this is the process where we are in today all over the world, trying to understand that this is the new reality, that the economy based on renewable energy is possible.
Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure talking to you, Ramón.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.